Crossing New Horizons is a game released for Nintendo Switch in 2020. That's it. That's the video. Okay, fine. So you may have noticed there's been an alarming uptick in mandatory free time, which I think is perfect because this gives me a great excuse to actually put some effort into a video. And what better way to do that than to put some effort into Animal Crossing while I'm doing it too. So, I'm going to help try to give you a complete little guide to help make sure that you can get your island in tip-top shape as soon as possible.
Did somebody say Minecraft?
Doctor, no. This is Animal Crossing's New Horizons on Nintendo Switch. It's kinda like Minecraft, but with a lot more chores, pulling weeds, tending to gardens, and being riddled with thousands and thousands of dollars in debt.
You know, I went to a planet like that once, except it was filled with these horrible, disgusting, loathsome, absolutely abominable creatures called Neopets.
Ew.
Ew. I hope no galaxy on this planet has to deal with such monstrosities.
You know, I've been meaning to talk to you about this little, I've got this particle digitizer I've been meaning to show you. You want to take a look at it with me? Doctor, you're in my game. We better get him out.
Wait, you've got a shower faucet above your loo. Well, I might just have to stick around for a little bit and see what's popping around here. At least until the plot needs me to leave.
Well, I guess I better get you up to speed on how you can make sure your island is run as efficiently and effectively as possible. Let's get those bad boys in tip-top condition.
Part 1. Do your dailies. Animal Crossing has a host of things that are tied to its night and day cycle, meaning that every time a new day starts at 5 a.m., you'll have a fresh new list of things to do. But before we start, you're going to want to make sure you have all the right tools you need. That includes shovels, axes, nets, and watering cans if you're doing any flower tending. And make sure you're hungry too. And before you even leave the house, I recommend making sure you have your axe and shovel on either side of your net, because when you're walking around, you're going to want to make sure you're always holding onto your net, and this will give you quick access to both tools that you'll need at a dime of the D-pad. And your loo even works too! Who knew they'd have indoor plumbing on an island? You're actually supposed to eat fruit if you want to dig up trees or break rocks, but fine, waste my peaches. So after you get your mail, I think the best thing you're going to want to do is to just do a lap around your island and pick up all the weeds you can find. And while you're out there bumming around, keep that shovel ready in case you see any fossils or money holes you want to dig up. These glowing spots will spawn once a day, and I like to call them money holes because you dig them up, you get money, and any amount that you put in there is going to triple in a couple days when it grows into a beautiful money tree. Feel free to bury 10,000 bells and consider it an investment. While we're being chivalrous, let's talk about these rocks. This is how you'll be getting most of your iron nuggets and gold nuggets. Basically, you'll need to set up a permanent fixture or dig 2 holes right behind your rock and then begin hitting it with a shovel. Up to 8 times you'll have different items spawning and even bugs sometimes. So you'll want to make sure you pick those up after you're done. To go along nicely with money holes, we also have money rocks, which will spawn, again, once a day randomly. 1 rock on your island will be full of money. And so the real reason why we want to make sure that we're putting our holes down is so that every time we hit it, we stay close to the rock. Because as you notice, every time we hit it, we scoot back further some, but these holes are our best friends. Let me ask you a question. Did you know your dailies include hitting a tree with a stone or flimsy axe so that you can get 3 pieces of wood per tree? And if you want to use an iron axe, that's gonna cut down your tree. And this is exactly why we have our nets ready to go. For moments like this, where you're just chopping down trees or having fun, and then boom, wasp, nope, got him. Now, where was I? Oh, right, I was getting wood. It's probably best if you leave any of the fruit or wood on the ground until you've completely finished your rounds, so that way you know which trees you have and have not hit. And as a little tick on the side, I like to shake trees after I've picked up all the wood, just in case a stick falls out, because these things will spawn sticks endlessly, and you never know when you might need some sticks. Spoilers, it's always. And while you're out here, don't forget to have fun, man. Play the freaking game. Catch some butterflies, catch some fish. Well, attempt to catch some butterflies at least. But you get what I'm saying. Somewhere down the line, I'd also like to recommend that you designate an area specifically for you to farm all of your beautiful new foreign fruits in one place, and a nice little section of your island dedicated to flowers, just so that we can have some nice controlled spawn points in our game. You know, for a bunch of animals, this place is actually quite civilized. I'd say even more so than the human world. Although I don't quite understand the hierarchy. I mean, why do these animals want me to catch other animals and sell them to more animals for money and also preserve them in a museum? But they're all animals. What are the different levels of animals? Are bugs less important than animals? Why do they have less sentience? What makes an Animal Crossing? Oh my god, make it stop! Part 2. Making money moves. When I say making money moves, what do I mean? I mean, you're making money. And you're doing some side quests as well. There's usually going to be some sort of crafting quest or somewhere on the island. But since we've got all these resources, we can go ahead and just try to knock these all out in one go. Increasing your island's population is going to be a big playing point in this game. And one of the ways you do that is by, wait, I have to craft furniture for these guys? What? Why can't they just move in with a tent and use their own money? Whatever. Let's just get this over with. Craft. Minecraft. We're crafting in Animal Crossing. While you've been out and about during your day, you may have noticed your phone ringing a couple times. This is because of what we like to call Nook Miles. They're basically little in-game rewards that you get just for playing the game. In a 30-second clip alone, I racked up over 3,000 Nook Miles. Once you get Nook Miles Plus, you'll receive a little revolving wheel of quests that give you Nook Miles as you complete them. Make sure that you stop and take these immediately so more can revolve in. And what's the big point with all these Nook Miles? Well, we're going to take them to our ATM after we've sold everything, so that way we have some money to use at the ATM. Look at this. I got over 20,000 Nook Miles and I'm only on day 3. Use those Nook Miles to stock up on Nook Miles tickets. Those are going to be really important later on in part 4. You're teasing part 4, but we haven't even gotten to part 3. Come on then, get on with it. I want to know what to do next. Part 3. Take a break. Take a break. Do you actually expect people to stop playing this game just because you asked them to?
You wouldn't want to burn out, would you? And besides, it'll be essential for the next part of our 5-step plan. So just take a break, go get some food, go on a walk, read a book, hang out with your family, tell your friends that you miss them, lay down, try not to cry a lot. research on what birds and which bugs, birds and bugs, on which fish and bugs to prioritize, you're still going to want to take a break. So this next part is important because you're definitely going to want to wait until 7 p.m. before you even think about playing again. Trust me, this is going to be well worth the wait, and unless you're some sort of time traveler, you're going to need to take a break. Time traveler. Whoa. Doctor?
What?
Don't what me, Doctor? How did you even time travel on my island in the first place? It's still morning! What?
Maybe I messed with the system settings. Maybe I have a time machine.
A time machine. You brought a time machine to the island. Okay, where is this alleged time machine?
I buried it. Now go on, enough with that. Get on with part 4. Part 4. Imperialism. Go ahead and empty out your pockets to get yourself prepared for our upcoming journey overseas. We're going to need all the right tools, which is pretty much just 2 shovels, 2 nets, 2 axes, our ticket, and a stack of our native peaches. Depending on how many resources you want to use or preserve, you might need to bring your own vaulting pole and ladder, or you can make some when we go. I'd like to use this trip to collect different kinds of woods, some iron, and some bugs from my museum. And while you're at it, call me Joe Exotic, cause my personal collection's getting buffed up too. Once we've got our Nook Miles ticket, we can book a Nook class trip to a mystery island. And if you weren't tired of mashing A through this cutscene before, I'm gonna leave it here. And here we are on our magical mystery tour, but there's no time to rest. We need to use all of the resource tricks that we learned in part 1 to get this island down to bare bones. That includes plucking weeds, shoveling rocks, picking up sticks, building an axe with one of your iron ingots and chopping down the trees, striking gold, wasting time, eating some of your fruit, picking flowers, crafting a vaulting flowers, and putting all of our trash at one corner of the island, picking flowers. Hold on, you're going to a remote island to strip mine it for its resources, commit mass deforestation, subjugate its native peoples, ravage the entire local life of its island ecosystem, and worst of all, you're littering! Isn't this colonialism?
Yeah, it is. And capitalism.
Well, it's official then. I'm a monster. At least I have these spider friends to keep me company.
Doctor, no!
Part 5. I want pictures of Spider Man. Well, it's official. You are now the villain from Fern Gully the Last Rainforest. And just like Fern Gully the Last Rainforest, these animals are gonna fight back. Especially the tarantulas, but they are well worth the risk because they have a fat bounty of 8,000 bells on their head. So run around the island, scare off any other bugs that you may encounter, and catch those sweet, sweet spiders for that sweet, sweet fake Tom Nook money. We're basically just manipulating the spawns so that we don't have any flowers, stumps, or anything of the sorts to get in the way of spawning our tarantulas. You could turn pretty much any island into a tarantula island just by destroying it. Like I said before, time is of the essence here, and tarantulas will not spawn on any island if you arrive there before 7 p.m. No, this is wrong, can't you see that? You're destroying this island, and you're harvesting its animals for profit. I'm disgusted. Think of the creatures. All life is precious.
Doctor, it's a fake video game about fake animals where you catch fake bugs on a fake island and are stuck with a fake debt to the stupid talking raccoon that wants you to run around his island when he gives you monopoly money so he can scam you and drip you dry of all your hard work and resources. I started in a tent. I started in a goddamn tent. You know that. And he's out there promising fully furnished houses to villagers, and guess who has to furnish them? Me! I have to furnish those houses.
So yeah, if he's gonna scam me,
I'm gonna scam him right back.
I'm gonna go, I'm gonna pillage his island that he takes me to, and I'm gonna rip him off so I can live my life and play my... Oh, you're done collecting spiders already.
Yes, sir. Holding down A to sneak never felt so good.
Hey, you're catching on, Doctor. I'm proud of you.
I died a lot. I can't believe you would destroy an entire island just to force spiders to spawn so you can sell them. I'd like to leave now.
Well, what do you say we go home, Doctor?
Once your insatiable thirst for captivity has been quenched, you're free to go back home to your island, sell off whatever you don't need, and go on a shopping spree. Damn, Doctor, look at that swag! Well, that was by no means the most comprehensive guide, but I think you did a pretty good job. During your research, did you happen to see anything about getting me out of here? Because I left my particle digitizer outside.
The wiki didn't say anything about particle digitizing, so you might be stuck in there for a while, Doctor. I'm sorry. I wish I could help you, but I can't. It's not in the plot.
You mean I'm stuck here forever? Ah! Well, if you made it this far into the video, I just have to say thanks for watching this. It was a test of patience in more ways than one, and I didn't think this video would be complete without some sort of just unscripted post-production thoughts. Man, I wish I had gotten more clips, and this is the first video I've ever actually scripted, so I hope it shows, and if I keep saying, that's because that's how I normally talk. Why don't you just enjoy the rest of this? Like, subscribe, all that jazz, and look forward to more stuff from me. Thanks again for watching, and see you guys in the next one.
Stop!